Well, hello and welcome to Pete and his bus.
Well, hey, thank you very much.
Pete and his buses.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. We are here because I've just been filming that beautiful Lancia Aprilia. If you haven't watched that video yet, go. It's incredible. And it was arranged by Pete here very kindly. So having driven that bus, what feels like forever ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago now. Or it feels it. Yeah.
That was last year. Yeah. We're back to see what you've been up to since. Breeding buses, it would seem.
I wish I could. I think that would actually be quite a good money spinner. Yeah. But no, I've not been breeding buses. But I have been hard at work. So obviously there is the project bus, which is right in the back corner.
Yeah, so we saw that last time, I think.
Yeah, so that work on that has stalled somewhat because different opportunities and work seems to be finding me at the moment.
Yeah.
But this is RM1009.
Does it belong to your friend Richard, is it?
That's right. So it's my friend Richard bus. So he used to own a bus that featured on the channel quite a bit. I've sold that to an advertising agency, which I have hence worked with together, which worked out really well.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted to buy something special, and this is quite special because it is a 2-owner bus.
Wow.
So it was owned by London Transport to 1987, and then it was bought by a chap, and it sat from 1987 all the way to 2023.
Good grief.
And then Richard bought it. Obviously, as you can tell, they did the body work.
Yeah.
But as we've subsequently found out, not much else.
Oh yes, there have been 1 or 2 issues.
Yeah. 1 or 2, more like 10 or 20.
Yeah.
But the reason why I like this bus is because it's got lots of lovely original touches. If you look at the mirrors, the fog light, obviously the original registration, and the rear lights are all original, which are hard to come by now. It's a short one, not a long one. It's
not an RML.
That's the way they should be. And also it's got the lovely AEC engine rather than the agricultural beast, said R. Cummins.
Yes. It sounds absolutely lovely. I've seen quite a few of your videos with this one, and it is an absolute delight.
Yeah, I mean, it's leaking a bit of fluid, but that means we know there's fluid in there.
Yeah, exactly. So we had a quick look at the project last time. We took that one out last time.
Yeah.
But the big one really is lurking up at the back. Should we go and have a closer look?
Come check this out because it's really cool.
Yes, this bus, I've been following the progress. Every video you've dropped on this, I've been on it like that because I'm just fascinated by it.
Yeah, I saw this bus for the first time in the early 90s when I first moved to England because I'm from Holland originally.
Yeah.
An imposter, really. But I saw this bus in a field, and it was later became known as the Heathfield Bus, even though the nearest town is actually called Cross in Hand. But it's near Heathfield. So this was known as the Heathfield Routemaster, and like loads of you will have seen it drive because it's on the...
I had seen it.
Yeah.
I know where it was.
Yeah, it was in a field next to one of the major roads going between Uckfield and Lewes. And I saw it as a younger man, and I thought, I want to buy that. And I tried to buy it, and they wouldn't let me.
Oh.
So, so I had to sit and watch it rot in that field for all these years. And then eventually, when I became Pete and his bus, I thought, now that I have a bit more clout behind myself and my name, I'm going to try again. Not to buy it, mind you. So I went and I said, guys, your bus seems to be stuck. Can I help you move it? And they said yes.
Yes, because it was starting to get vandalised, wasn't it?
It was being vandalised, and also these buses, I mean, as you can tell, this looks rubbish, but it's still completely structurally sound after 30 years in the field. So you can see how much punishment they can take, but everything has a limit.
Yes.
And when the windows were punched out of it by some vandals, whose real names we shall not use because we're not allowed to, the water starts coming in, and then it attacks the core of it, which is the bottom frame, the only steel part in it, and that will eventually let go. So, but we were in time. She's in one piece, and she has actually moved and rolled.
Yes, that was quite the moment when this fired up, because it was not an easy...
No. 5 days.
Yeah,
5 days in the rain.
Lord Barrington rolling around in the dirt.
Yeah. It was horrific, and I know I'm not hamming it up for any form of entertainment, but there was several moments when we both went, sod this. They need to get this low loaded into an area where we can actually sort of almost start to imagine having it working.
Because the engine was seized.
Absolutely seized.
And it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah. And so Lord Barrington said, he goes, I'll have this thing running in 20 minutes. That's what he originally said.
Famous last words.
Yeah, I know,
Never
right?
say that.
Shot himself in the foot.
Yeah.
But he did say his only caveat was, unless the engine is seized. So the engine was seized. So it took 5 days instead of 20 minutes, but it does run. And actually, you've seen the video, it runs surprisingly good.
Yeah, it was incredible for that long off the road.
Yeah.
But what I haven't done yet is been inside the bus.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold my nose and we're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Here we go, jumping aboard RM Lost.
Yes, it's 843.
843.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not seeing the extra window, so it's a shorty.
No, because of those men who we can't describe for legal reasons.
Yeah.
They punched out a few windows. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
My gosh. Oh, wow. I think the phrase is probably nick of time, isn't it?
So they actually have done a lot of work in here already because it was turned into a mobile cinema.
Yes, it was very fluffy in here.
Yeah,
Some fluff remains.
Yeah. Some of that's mold, but but it was I called
penicillin.
That's right. My only way to describe the interior of this was a clown sex den. You can see some of the original advertising for it.
Oh my gosh.
So this was the theme.
Whoa.
Yeah. Time warp television. It was predominantly, you guys will remember, it was predominantly Bravo TV.
Yeah, remember Bravo TV?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Bit of blue for the dads.
Yeah.
And so it was a cinema and they promoted wacky things like this.
Wow.
And a lot of people would come on board and you could watch TV programs like Starsky and Hutch, which is still on one side, which Bravo had paid for the rights for, which apparently was quite a big deal in the UK at the time. I wasn't born yet, so I don't know.
Also proving your Dutch origins, you don't actually fit in your own buses.
Yeah, it's a good reason for me to buy buses if I can't actually fit in them.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, my spine's really happy when I'm doing bar gigs and trying to serve alcohol.
Yes, I can see why your bus has an open top.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And upstairs hasn't been as modified, and there is a lot of rat food.
Oh, lovely. Oh, again, people, I can only try my best to describe the smell.
Yeah.
Which, it's a mixture of damp shed and...
It's a mixture, damp shed and BO, of course.
And what on earth is that?
So that's a chaise lounge.
Okay.
And that's actually a very expensive piece of furniture, or it would have been. And it sat in this corner with the leather cladding in the background.
Oh, classy.
I mean, it was wacky up here. I'm going to share some photos of the original interior so you can actually do comparison on the video.
Wow.
You'll love that because it was, if you did a bunch of drugs and you came up here, you'd feel right at home.
Yeah.
You can tell the ceiling has still got some mad leaf print on it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but there was a bar here with bar stools. We've ripped all of that out because we had to put all the windows back in here because these were all smashed at some point.
Yeah.
And so we had to have access, and we were like, look, we're going to tear stuff up. But the cool thing is the people that did this conversion, and for once, I'm not going to slate them because they actually did half a decent job. There's really core elements of it, like the floor. They didn't tear it out. They just boarded over it. Really basic core stuff, like these things they didn't destroy. Downstairs where they covered the windows up, they didn't take the windows out. They just dropped the windows down for the air conditioning units, all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. So they were actually using their heads when they were converting it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and that's why we can still put this completely back to original if we wanted to.
Yeah, wow. Lovely.
Yeah.
Can we get off now?
Yes, it's pretty hot.
Excuse the state of us. It's got really muggy all of a sudden. We don't know why. But here we have the heart of the beast.
Yes.
So wonderful to see.
Yeah, so the fact that it's painted blue means it's been rebuilt. Mm-hmm. And we actually found out with a plaque on the engine that it was rebuilt in 1994.
Wow.
And basically that's just around the time it was sold out of London Transport. And Lord Barrington said that usually when that happened, the bus was basically knackered and they couldn't sell it.
Yeah.
So it had to have a rebuild. It was done by ABB. And again, there was a few things like that is the reason why we got it going, because since it was sold, it probably did no miles compared to what it did in service. So yeah.
Wow.
But it took 5 days. Yeah. But she lives and she works.
Yeah. Go and see the channel for the videos. I was going to put clips in, but you don't need to see my clips. You need to go and watch the videos. They're amazing. Just saving the what looks unsavable.
Yeah, that's it.
Brilliant. Well, a little Brucey bonus for you on this video. We are aboard RM1009. And very gratefully, we've been offered the opportunity to start the engine, which we do with this toggle here. So this is the original AEC engine down there. I'll get you lined up. Oh, listen to that. So we've got lights for the gearbox pressure and the braking system as well. So you have to wait for those to go out. So there's one of them. Oh, it's an interesting throttle. Sounds, hey, there we go. Sounds very different from the Cummins engine. Oh, marvellous. Look at the vibration. You can't. The image stabilization is stopping the vibration. Oh, magnificent. I could listen to that all day. So I think with RML 2355 is probably the place to finish. The bus I drove so long ago, all converted out to a bar. It's got an opening roof section upstairs, and it's been very, very busy this year.
It has been very, very busy. Actually, when you came, obviously I didn't know you when you turned up, and I wasn't planning on saying this, but you got in the bus, and this bus is what started my entire business, and it's kind of, it is my baby, and not many people, actually no one has driven it since I've owned it. But when this man got in it, and he drove away, and I was standing on the back platform, within 30 seconds I was like, oh yeah, he's got this.
Oh,
so well done, mate.
Yeah, oh, the pressure was...
No, you nailed it.
Obviously, I know how important this is.
Yeah,
this isn't just a preservation thing. This is the day job.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, but that was really good. I was really impressed.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
So you passed the test.
Yeah, and since driven quite a few other buses as well. And
yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Every one of those Atkinsons.
They're amazing, right?
Oh, absolutely
Have you
exhausting.
noticed how even if you drive a similar bus of the same make, they're completely different.
Yeah.
Like they all have an individual life.
Yeah, but nothing is quite as easy to drive as a Routemaster. It shows you just how much they did actually look after their drivers.
Yeah, so the two things that they wanted to do when they created the Routemasters, they wanted to make them easier to drive and they wanted to make them less expensive to run.
Yeah.
So they made them light and they added power steering, they added a load of other things as well.
Yeah, and semi-automatic, no pedals.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, nice.
Wonderful. Yeah, I was absolutely amazed, to be honest. It really wasn't difficult to drive at all.
I know, they're easy, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, hugely grateful for the opportunity. So where have you been with this bus this year?
This year, God, I couldn't even tell you.
You've been to Twickenham several times.
Yeah. So it's done the bones of 20 events, and those are a mixture of where I give the bus to the client and they use it as a bar, and also events where I operate it myself. So, but we've been all over the bottom half of this country, basically.
Wow.
Oxford, we were in, what's it called? We were in the Chilterns the other day for different events. Yeah, it's been really, really busy.
42.5 miles an hour.
42.5 miles. Actually, there's a bit of controversy around that because my other half was driving the truck behind me with all the stock in it, and she had 50 on the gauge, and I was in front of her.
Oh, RML 2355.
Naughty gal. Yeah. So, and what we think it is, I had the pump rebuilt on this, and they rebuilt the pump to Bosch spec, not Routemaster spec. So I've got a bit of extra oomph, and that might also be the reason why my diff is not as healthy as it used to be.
Because you've been going a bit quicker than expected.
Yeah.
Super. Well, it's been absolutely wonderful to come and chat buses again.
No worries,
so thank you very much. And yes, do go and check out Pete and his bus.
Thank you very much.
All kind of hijinks and some co-star.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Famous co-star.
Yeah, he's horrible.
I haven't seen him today. Must be about somewhere. Yeah, I don't think he likes me visiting, gets jealous. But yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers,
and we shall see you all in a future video. Farewell.